I just ran a 5K, people. Decided to do something healthy. Yeah. Buddy of mine, he worked out since January getting ready for this 5K. He's like, are you gonna work out? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Day of the race, we're on our way there, and he's eating eggs with spinach. I got a 32-ounce Pepsi and a Little Debbie snack cake. He's like, you know you're gonna crash halfway through the race eating that. I'm like, well, I hope I don't skin my knees. So we get there. I'm starting to get a little nervous, ain't no lie. And he's like, you're in luck. Don't look at anybody else. You're only racing with yourself. Nobody else. I'm like, good, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Off and running we go. And I'm running. I'm like, this ain't so bad. Mile and a half into it, they hand out water. Now, my left brain says, hey, water sounds good. My right brain says, hey, look, a bar. Now we're in a conundrum, people. Do I want water? Or I want a beer. I went with the beer. Halfway through the race, I'm sitting at a bar drinking a beer. This strange dude comes walking in, he's like, what the hell's going on out there? And I'm sitting there, I got the tag thing on and everything. Got my running shirt and shoes. I'm like, I don't know, but people are going crazy. Here comes an official in from the race. Like, sir, are you going to finish this race? Because the cops are out front wanting to clean the streets up. I'm like, you're shitting me. He's like, nah. So off I go. Now I know how people feel when they're getting chased by the cops. I did the next mile and a half of the cop car with lights on behind me the entire way. Mile and a half. Yep, I did it in 3 minutes. Like, legs don't fail me now.
But I like hip-hop music, but it says things I can't relate to. Like, open up the mail, staring at the check, enough to make you throw up, it's gross what I net. That's a finance line at the end. I'll let that sit with you for a second. But I can't relate to that. Like, my checks made me throw up a couple times, but that's because I spent it all on cream soda and Pop Rocks. I've never opened up my check and be like, $250, holy shit. It's never happened to me. Like, rap isn't relatable. Another one of my favorite songs, the beginning line, is, I thought I'd probably die in prison. Nah, no. That's not for me. I've been to community college. That feels remarkably similar. I work as a cashier for a living, so I deal with like a lot of weird customers on a daily basis. A lot of customers who just don't understand things well. I mean, like, I had a customer come in the other day and walk straight up to me, older lady, and she goes, hey, you have a beard, that means you support ISIS. I was like, no, that means I'm fat and lazy, that's what that means. Like, but here's the thing, she didn't even really say ISIS. She told me that I support ISIS. Yeah, I fully support ISIS. I love syrup-based frozen beverages. They're delicious. Does ISIS have ISIS? I'll join ISIS if they have ISIS. I had another guy come in, trying to punch in his rewards card number, and he just couldn't get it right. He kept punching it in wrong, punching it backwards, I don't know. And he looks up at me and he goes, I think I might be dyslexic. If you can't say dyslexic, yeah, that's what you are. Hate to tell you that. You guys ever see somebody who looks like they have a Looney Tunes tattoo? You know the guy, like, he's got like jean shorts and a cut-off Woodward Dream Cruise t-shirt. Like the Woodward Dream Cruise t-shirt they also sell in a tank top, but he decidedly bought a t-shirt, cut the sleeves off of. One of my favorite things to do late at night is going to the grocery store and just dancing around the grocery store listening to Usher's Yeah. No, not many fans of Usher's Yeah. I like to dance around to John Mellencamp's Small Towns. Maybe a few of you. Like, I grew up in a small town. I turned it into, like, The Town about Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. I grew up in The Town with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye and Batman protecting my city. But the other day I was like, and here's the thing, you could do that at 2 a.m. at Meijer and nobody questions it. Everybody working at Meijer at 2 a.m. is stoned out of their mind. Like, they just look at me like, he's a really good dancer, that's all that is. I did that the other day going down the mayonnaise aisle, which feels like an unnecessary thing. I don't think we need a mayonnaise aisle. But I guess we do, because we have 87 different flavors of mayonnaise now. Chipotle mayonnaise, bacon mayonnaise, ranch mayonnaise, which that's just ranch. And then we got steakhouse mayonnaise. Nah, no, if you're mixing steak and mayonnaise together, you can straight go fuck off. Like, the only type of person who mixes steak and mayonnaise together is like, I like steak because it's classy, but I also like to mix with mayonnaise because I like Kid Rock and Looney Tunes tattoos. Thank you, everybody. My name's Kyle Forsythe. I appreciate it. Keep it going for your host.
Gave myself an early birthday present, everybody. Gave myself some gout. Gout, yeah. Yeah, that's probably not a biggest shock to you people as it was to me. I thought I was less fatter than what I was, apparently. I mean, because who has gout? No one has gout here. I'm guessing no one has gout, so we'll just tell you what it is. The doctor was like, hey man, don't really know how to tell you this. You got gout. Like, you mean that shit in between the tiles in the bathroom? Like that stuff? It's like, no, that's fucking gout. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. So like, gout is this thing where your body produces these crystals of sadness and then they settle into your joints and they will literally fuck up your day. They will fuck it up pretty bad. And yeah, that's what gout is. That's what I'm working. That's what I'm working with. It's not that bad. Like silver lining, like it's not that bad to have a disease that President Taft had. So that's great. That's great. So maybe next up I can get stuck in a fucking tub or something like that, and probably die much earlier than what I was planning on. Because I got gout. That's what has happened to me. It's weird. It's a weird thing. So I'm also bald. That's great, because I'm 35 and just fucking crushing it at life. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. It's great. I went to get my hair cut the other day because apparently I just like to pay people to do things I should do myself. So we can laugh at this, okay? We can laugh at this. I mean, I'll cry later in my car back to Lansing, but we can laugh about it now, okay? So I was like, hey, she said, what do you want to do with it? Like, what do you want to do with it? Flattered that you think there are options at this point. You're sweet. You're sweet. And I was like, well, just give me something that like I can leave this place with a little dignity. And she's like, okay, I'll be right back. And apparently she scooped up everyone else's hair and then glued it on the top of my head. So she's a sweet gal. Sweet gal. It's been safer now that I'm going bald though, because now I don't have to worry about tripping over all that pussy anymore. So that's nice. It's good. It's good. I got really weak ankles and apparently gout, which is weird. Fuck. Who the fuck gets that? God damn it. I got a third nipple too. So this is great. I got. I'm not going to show it to you. All right. So don't worry about that. But location-wise, I'll just tell you where it's at. So I've got the two standard issue nipples that I'm sure most of us have, because you're not a fucking weirdo like me. I got three, and I got one right here, and one's like a triangle. And in college, it was like a Bermuda Triangle, because any woman that saw it was never seen or heard from again, you guys. So that was good. It's good. I fucked that up, but some of you appreciated it anyway. I like that. I like you already. You over here, I like you with the suit and the tie and the shirt. It's great. You have gout? You don't have gout. You don't have gout. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I got an Asian friend because what the fuck is happening here? That's weird. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Got an Asian girlfriend because apparently it's good luck in Asian cultures to have a third nipple, and I was like, somebody better appreciate the shit out of this thing. So that's nice. And showed it to her the first time, and boom, she threw up everywhere. Threw up everywhere. And I was like, well, you people are supposed to like this thing. And she's like, chill with that, you people shit. That's racist talk there. And it turns out she wasn't Asian. She just worked at a Panda Express. So it got really awkward after that because I had to find some other place to get orange chicken. So it was weird. The good thing about having a third nipple is not having a fourth, so that's nice. Stopped at 3. Stopped at 3. North Korea's been in the news a little bit lately, and like it's 2015. Like at this point, do we even need 2 Koreas? I don't know. It seems a little unnecessary to me because North Korea is just like South Korea without Seoul, you guys. So that's good. That's good. Thank you. Thanks. One person was like, "I'm gonna clap at that," and then he's like, "No, I've thought better of it. I'm not gonna do that." I'm glad you like that one guy because I never know if I'm gonna walk into a pro North Korea crowd. So thank you for that. Thank you. I've got a child. Does anyone else have kids? You have kids in here? Steve is the only other shitty parent here. Okay, you guys have me. We're just in a bar on a Sunday night. Where are our kids? Where are they at? Who's taking care of them? My kid's out in the car, just holding the fort down. The car is running and the AC's on. Okay, Jesus Christ. So he's like this tall, and he's got this huge head of curly hair, which begs a lot of questions that people want to ask me, like, where did you get all that curly hair? I was like, I just get pissed at some point, and I'm like, you know what, I don't know where he got that curly hair. I just took him from his park across the street, so mind your business, grandmother, okay? Let's see. Things are going well. I think it's going well. How do you guys think? How's everything going with you guys? I'm going to open up the questions and answers at the end of this. So my kid says weird things like he said today. He said it's time for my penis to come out. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. And it's just like his old man, you guys. Just like his old man. That's how I met my wife. That's how we met. That's how we met. Okay, you don't like kids about my kids, and I joke about my kid's dick. It's fine. So we'll just suffer through the next 3 or 4 of them, and then we'll just because see what's happening. I'm just chasing a dream, you guys. So if you could just appreciate that, that'd be nice. If you could just clap it up a little bit more, that'd be nice. He said to me, I had this long day, and he came in the room and he says, "Dad, I love you." And I was like, "Wow, that's great. That's really cool. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me in 3 years, you piece of shit." And I was like, "Wow, that's great, buddy." And then he walked out into the other room, and I hear him have a conversation with my wife, and she's like, "Mom, I said it. Can I get my Skittles now?" I was like, "Oh, that sucks, man." So I can't let him win, so I went into the kitchen and jammed every one of those goddamn Skittles in my mouth. And it was hard to yell, "I win" at the top of my lungs with a bunch of Skittles in my mouth, but I did it. But I did it because I'm a goddamn adult. You guys have been amazing, and have a good rest of your night. I'm Nick Lytle. Okay.
Bring the energy up, you guys. I need your help on this one. When I say you're, you say nothing. You're nothing. Fuck off, Dad! For those of you who said nothing, thank you. And for those of you who said nothing, thank you. Let's be more fun. Round of applause. Who here likes Little Caesar's pizza? Okay, so far so good. Let me rephrase the question. Round of applause. Who here is poor? Round of applause. The only reason that anybody buys Little Caesars pizza is because they're poor. They hate poor people, you guys, and they are so arrogant about it too. First of all, they don't deliver, and I mean that figuratively and literally speaking. It's a terrible pizza, yet they make you go out of your way to pick it up. And I think that's Little Caesars' way of saying, look, we know you can't afford to tip a delivery driver. You shouldn't have had 4 kids have fun at the Recorder concert. Forget Little Caesars pizza, you guys. Go to the grocery store and get yourself a DiGiorno's pizza instead. Why? What's their slogan? It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno's. At least they have the decency to be self-aware. Like, what's Little Caesars' slogan? Pizza, pizza. Oh, you mean you're the thing you are twice? If I say it a 3rd time in a mirror, will a better pizza appear? I can deal with it being a terrible pizza. I can deal with them not delivering. Just be honest with your advertising. Like Little Caesars Pizza. It's not delivery. You pick this shit up. I feel a little empty up here, not just because of my dad, but there's no stool on stage. I don't know how many comedy shows you guys have been to, but there's usually a stool on stage. And I bring this up because I think it's taken for granted by comics. Obviously you can sit on it, but you can put your drink and your joke notes on it as well. And if you're a Def Jam comic, you can fuck the stool on stage. I don't know if you guys know this. That's a big thing in the Def Jam comedy community, is fucking the stool on stage. That sounds like a lot of fun, which is why I want to make stool fucking a staple in my act, but done in the whitest way possible. Like, I would give the stool mixed signals for way too long. And then the second I see the stool getting fucked by another comic, I would claim that it friend zoned me and then complain about it on Facebook. I'm really happy to be back in Grand Rapids, you guys. The last time I was here, the last comedian you saw, Zach and I, we were hanging out, and after the show, this black woman came up to me and described me as the intro white guy to black girl sex with white guys. Yeah, I thought the same thing. My curiosity piqued. I said, why is that? Why am I the intro white guy to black girl sex with white guys? And she said, because you look like Justin Timberwolf. I was so flattered, I didn't even bother correcting her. Plus, doesn't intro white guy to black girl sex with white guys not sound like the world's dopest college course? I wouldn't drop out of that. I actually recently did drop out of college. You ever try that? Anybody? Yeah. All right, one person? All right, there's somebody else who's happy, I guess. I did drop out of college. I decided, what's the point in paying for a graphic design degree when I have the skills to make one? All right, everybody who's going to get that joke got it. Let's move on. Right around the time I graduated high school, you guys, I actually told my dad I wanted to try comedy. And he gave me this advice that I've never understood, which is go to college first so you have something to fall back on. Yeah. That's like saying if your dreams don't come true, you might as well be in debt too. A few of you are laughing. Too real for the rest of you? Let's get way more real. About 1.5 years ago, my dad moved to Mississippi on purpose. I don't know why you do that. I think to become the smartest person in Mississippi by default. If you can't spell Mississippi, you guys, you're from Mississippi. Thanks, 6 people. Ever since my dad moved, though, you guys, we really haven't spoken to each other. I don't have a grudge against him or anything like that. It's just he lives on the other side of the country and it's hard to communicate. And for that reason, I miss him. And I don't say that looking for any sort of sympathy, but I miss him a lot. And here's what I do. Whenever I miss my dad, I like listening to heavy metal. because nothing fills the void left in my heart by my dad like a grown man screaming his opinions at me. I told you it was going to be real. If I was laying on a couch next to a therapist, would it like set the mood better for some of you guys? All right, we're at the 2-hour drive. Let's keep talking. A lot of people like to say that Americans struggle with obesity. I think we nailed it. If anybody struggles with obesity, it's me. Because I have this thing called a high metabolism. Or as my doctor called it, AIDS. I had 2 choices for punchlines in that joke, you guys. Tapeworm and AIDS. Don't take this the wrong way. You guys looked like an AIDS crowd. This is how good we are at obesity, you guys. I'll never forget this. I was at a McDonald's recently, because America, and I'm inside ordering, I didn't feel like standing around in the drive-thru or whatever. And there's one guy standing in front of me in line, just one. 20 minutes goes by before the cashier finally hands this guy his food. And she said to the guy, "Here you go, sir. Sorry for the wait." He started crying and walked out the door. Because apparently, sorry for the wait could be easily misinterpreted if you're 400 pounds. That poor patron. We are the best at obesity, and I think it's because we have too much food in this country. That's no secret. I think macaroni art is a slap in the face to people living in third world countries. Think about it like this. We have so much food in this country that we're gluing it to a piece of paper and then hanging it up where we put the rest of our food. The only thing more offensive would be if the picture was of you eating macaroni. You guys have been a lot of fun. I'll leave you with this last line, and then I'll bring your host back up. Appreciate you guys coming out. Do you guys think maybe, just maybe, crickets like really bad jokes? Thanks, guys.
So guys, I live in downtown Grand Rapids, and there's been a lot of races going on this summer, big year for races. I love how you can always tell when someone has run a marathon, because they tell you, right? They literally integrate this into any topic of conversation. Like you're having a beer, and they're like, "Oh, they gave out that beer at the end of my marathon." And somebody, some asshole comes out of the woodwork, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they gave out ice cream sundaes at the end of my marathon." And I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting. At the end of my marathon, Ross and Rachel finally got back together." Guys, I'm afraid of outer space. I don't like things that I can't comprehend. And this has become increasingly hard to deal with since Gravity came out. I find the thought of something infinitely large and dark to be intimidating to me. Unrelated, I date white guys. I spent a lot of time on online dating. Is anybody here on online dating? Yeah. Well, if you're a guy and you are on the online dating, then this public service announcement is for you. If you're one of the 80% of guys who has Go Green or Go Blue in your screen name, cut that shit out. We do not care about your sports team preferences. If you're one of the other 20% of guys who has just strung together this series of adjectives like nice, fit, fun guy, then may I suggest some other alternatives of things that we're actually interested in. Guys, how about doesn't snore? Never had orthodontics. That stuff is expensive. We do not want our kids to need that. My personal favorite, you guys, huge IRA.
I'm from Virginia. Virginia, and I do a pretty good job of hiding it most of the time, but there are exceptions. There's a restaurant called Cookout. Has anyone ever been to a restaurant called Cookout? It's in the South.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for asking. This is like a Q&A. That's wonderful. No, so Cookout, don't mind the name, it's a real restaurant. It's very difficult to describe. It's a fever dream of all the most unhealthy food you can imagine, okay? It's an unholy orgy of meats and sweets. And it's a real place. And there's no theme to it. Because, like, you know, most places, like, oh, we're a burger joint, we do burgers. Like, the theme is, you die sooner, but happier. Just all the foods you can think of that head straight for your heart and set up a gypsy camp in your arteries until you explode. And I love eating there. It's so much fun, but I hate ordering there because I find that just by saying the items on the menu, I become like 700% more Southern. Like, I go total yokel. I cannot contain it. I don't know what happens. Like, I like Sufjan Stevens. I thought the movie Her was compelling. Like, that's not me. But there's a yokel in here. And he comes out, it's like, hey, like, I pull up to the drive-thru and they're like, oh, hey, brother, welcome to Cookout, what can I get you? I'm just like, hi, can I have a cheddar down Angus beef double stack with a side of gravy beans? Like, oh my God, what happened? It's like, there's a little, it's like a multiple personality thing. There's a little yokel in me, probably named Trey, who just loves football. It's like, will that be all for you, sir? Like, can I get a chicken strip chocolate chip cookie combo platter with a side of human ass meat? Like a banjo appears. I don't even play the banjo. What is it? I'm just reaching for my EpiPen filled with craft beer. Like, I'm full of culture. It's fine. Just crying for help. Like, help! The South is rising again. I saw Jurassic World. Anyone see Jurassic World? Yeah. Blockbuster, really good. And so obviously they have to make another one. But I feel like they have a problem at this point because there's no way that people would allow there to be another theme park full of dinosaurs. Like, how many people have to get eaten alive in public for the public to be like, could we not? Like, it's a real problem. So, but they have to make another one. And I think I have a solution, but you're going to have to bear with me on this. I think they have to go further back in, like, the ecological timescale to Precambrian Park. Don't knock it till I pitch it, okay? I'm getting some interest for this area, but this is just a kind area. It's cold out there, and it's warm right here. I love this. Precambrian Park. No, it's a theme park. It's filled with, like, lots of invertebrates, sea dwellers, sea slugs, the occasional troglodyte. And then, but the owners of the park, they get greedy, and they make a genetically modified, like, mollusk. And it's cunning. It's got extra mandibles and shit. And it escapes from its pen. And they're like, oh my God, and it like tries to like nibble a boy. And Chris Pratt's like, my God, it's nibbling for sport. And everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't have played God. And then they catch it really easily, and the last hour and a half of the movie is just people at the park not having a very good time. You might not buy it, but Warner Brothers did for $30 million, so I'll see you motherfuckers at the bank.
I'll finish this with my favorite kid story, because my youngest ones are twins. They're adorable little 5-year-old girls. They're little blondes. They're adorable. I call them my little Khaleesi's. They're really cute. And we were at Myers because we're ballers, like I said, hundreds of dollars a year. And it was during the snowstorm. You remember the snow up here, Grand Rapids? When they say, you know, go get your milk and bread, and if you have a bunch of kids like me, you also buy lots of vodka, because Myers sells liquor. And we just got all that, and there's this old lady in line, it's just a madhouse, you know, and everybody's running around trying to buy stuff, and she turns around and she's like, this is what happens when you're twins. Are they twins? They look like twins to me. I bet they're twins. Are they twins? And I was fed up, I was angry because it's mad and I don't like people. And I snapped, and I'm not proud of this, but this is what I said to her. I looked at her and go, they were triplets before the fire. I had to choose. I only have 2 arms, and I also own an Xbox One, and I didn't get the Best Buy extended coverage on that. That's pretty much irreplaceable. Guys, before you think I'm the asshole in this story, she was in the express lane with like 13 items and a checkbook, alright? Who's the nice guy? Who's the hero of the day? You guys have been great. My name's Chris Gathright. Thank you very much.